So it's 7:95 and I've been going for almost 2 minutes. I usually forget to turn on the filter. There we are. Also, to everyone who's here, hello. How y'all doing? Okay, so that's one outlining done. Wow, 12 years, nice. Just currently preparing the other gauntlet that I didn't start this morning. Also, if you guys hear noise in the background, that's just the fan blasting right now. I currently have the other globe drying as I speak. Let me show you guys real quick what I'm up to. So I'm currently puff painting these white stripes. This one I haven't traced just yet. This is what it looks like in its base form. You see it ain't bad, but this sticks out more with the white puff paint, but I do have to smooth it out, so I'll be using this spatula my mom gave me, and it makes a nicer finish. Also, you guys are free to comment anything you'd like while I'm busy with this. I don't know how to pronounce your profile name, but hello to the one who just commented. Or I'll just name you 123. Yeah. That way I don't mispronounce the first part. But how you doing? David Soleimani Mohammed. I don't believe there's anyone named Mohammed here, as far as I'm aware. But hello to you. How you doing? Alright. That's the first one finished and smoothed out. I'm gonna show you guys the results of all. Alright, so this is what it's looking like. I just finished using the spatula, so now it's less bumpy than it was before. This is the one I started early this morning. In fact, it's actually almost already done. I love your videos. Thank you, River Rat. I appreciate it. Also, greetings to you. I hope you're doing well. Also, if anyone's wondering why one of the lenses is completely missing, is because I do have to replace it eventually, because both of them were starting to wrinkle like really bad, but this one was already starting to come off, so I just finished the job, and I'm just waiting to get the new mesh in the mail. Yes, eventually both of these will be replaced, but for now, this is what the mask looks like. But it does look kind of cool though. I'm just outlining the second part. Now, if anyone here just so happens to be one of my subscribers, there is another convention coming up next week. It's called Wicked Comic Con. I'm sure you guys have heard of it. If you stuck around for the channel for the last almost 6 months. But I got a little bit of a choice to make because this suit is coming out cool. In fact, really cool. With all the puffing and everything, but here's the thing, I was choosing between either this one or my TASM 2 suit. I'm sure you guys have seen it. In any case, there's tons of photos of it on the community tab. So I was thinking between choosing either one of those. I was curious to know which one you guys would want to see me wear at the convention. Keep in mind that if I did choose the PS4 suit though, it'd be with this mask fully fixed and upgraded. So new lenses, glossy this time, and painting the missing web lines. That'll be for the PS4 suit, because that's the one I chose. If I chose the TASM 2 suit, the mask would be still upgraded, and the fingers would no longer have holes in them. So I'm curious to know what you guys think. Also, it's good to note that the PS4 suit isn't as form-fitting as the Tasman 2 one though. So it is a bit more baggy on me because it's not specifically made to be a cosplay suit. It's actually a Halloween suit. I thought I accidentally ruined the blue, but nope, it's still going strong. And yes, I do have just enough paint to finish this part off finally. I'll no longer have to paint anything more on the suit in regards to the white sections. All that's missing is just some blue stripes on the left leg, and then I'm finished with this suit. There we go. Weston and Smith asks, how old are you? I'm 20. Also, thank you for stopping by. I hope you're doing well. Now, early this morning, I did do a stream showcasing what the two finishes look like. This is what the smoothed out version looks like, and this is before smoothing it out. As you can see, it's very messy right now, and it's two completely different results, which is why I always recommend to use something that can smooth this out so that you get a cleaner result. And I'll show you guys once I do that. There we go. Alright, time to get started. Also, for anyone who is into this type of stuff, if you also do this yourself, always make sure that when you're smoothing out, you do it superficially. Don't actually press into the paint, because you'll run the risk of the fabric of the suit poking through the puff paint. So just go slowly and precisely. This is what the excess paint looks like. Everything that made it not very smooth. Now I can show you guys the final result. And there it is. How come you still play dress up? I'll technically it's not really dress up, it's more so cosplaying. There's nothing wrong with it. Besides, I'm more comfortable wearing a mask when I do these type of streams. I have done it without them in the past, but it's just a matter of personal preference. Hey Spider-Man, go save this corrupted city. Which of how many? Because there's a whole bunch of them. Can't be everywhere at once. Alright, so gotta put both gauntlets to dry now. Hang on. guys the gauntlets both at the same time. And why? You see, I'd love to, but here's the thing. I'm currently not living in NYC. But here are the gauntlets. Here's the right one I did this morning, and here's the left one. I just finished moving out both sides, and I think it look pretty good. In case anyone hasn't seen it yet, I'll show you the emblem, which is finally raised now. Just a sec. I do have to set up the suit. He's just cosplaying. Yep. It's just for the sake of the stream. I'm not actually who the mask says. But here's the front emblem. I do have to fix this splotch though, but this should be easy enough because one of my subs did give me a pro tip of using Q-tips dipped in hot soapy water, and it works marvelously. So yeah, now that the emblem's raised, it's really nice and shiny and gives the suit more dimension. I was thinking of also painting the fingers on my TASM 2 suit before I close off the stream. Yeah, it's actually not a bad idea. And now I'm going to get the materials for my other suit. I'm going to put it in 0. Alright, so here's my other suit. If anyone here is subscribed, you'll pretty much know that this is my first ever cosplay, actually. But some of the webbing on the fingers did rub off, so I am going to have to repaint these. See if I can show you an example. Actually, on this hand, they look to be pretty much intact. Kind of surprised, actually. I think it's the other hand, though. Can you tell me the difference in cosplay and dress up? Thank you. Well, sadly, it's not too much of a difference, honestly, because put it this way. You can make a profession out of cosplaying, I think. So, like, you can go to charity events, birthday parties, and you can get paid to do that sort of stuff while in cosplay. Meanwhile, for dress up, you can do it just for fun, and both are perfectly fine. Stop chatting, go save the city, be the next mayor of NYC, we need a superhero. That's not really my job. Alright. I don't really have too much to repaint, honestly. Except for this one. This one is coming off, and this one too. For the weapon that's already kind of rising up to the surface, I just pull it from its root completely and then start from scrap. So yeah. And to stuff the fingers, I just use one of my old gloves. That way they're actually firm for when the paint is applied. But yeah, Winston, I hope that was a more or less decent explanation of the difference. Again, it's not a major one. In fact, if at all. It's up to the person, really. Now, I'm not sure if everyone did hear the choice earlier about which suit you guys want me to wear for next Sunday, but it's still on it's still on the table. Okay, so it's this finger. Oh, this one's coming off too. Wonderful. Just gonna have to repaint that as well. Alright, so 1, 2, 3 web lines. It's really not much at all. Alright, time to get to it. And for the 1002 suit exclusively, this is the paint I use. It's metallic black instead of regular black, because this one is more accurate to the film. In the film, it's like a dark gunmetal gray for the webbing, and for the symbol too. Hence why it looks like this when you put it to the light. It's kind of metallic. And it looks really nice. It's time to get to it. Since I don't have any applicator bottles with a tip that will allow me to store this in, I'll just paint straight from the bottle. Doesn't look too bad. It's a little thicker than the other web lines though, but since it's only on 2 fingers, I doubt anyone but me is gonna notice. Besides, it'll probably get thinner once it dries. It does require constant cleaning of the nozzle tip though, that way your job doesn't get splattered. That's the last thing you want happening. And the last finger. Perfect. I'll show you guys what that looks like. So I painted the web line on the top of the thumb and the web lines on this finger. So the first 3, 1, 2, 3, those ones I just finished painting. It would be a good idea to start painting the missing web lines on my mask. So in that case, I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. There you go. I'll be back. just setting up the mask so I can puff paint it very quickly. It does take a while though, because I don't want there to be any bumps on the mask while I'm painting. I have to get the area to be completely flat. Well, as far as I can anyway. That should do it. I'm about to switch the POV shortly. There we go. Alright, so before I start painting, let me show you the missing love lines. So it's everything from here and below. Hang on. See. Alright, so everything from the nose down is good. Just gotta be super careful. Guys along the distance, and there you go. And let's get started. As soon as I flatten this out again. There. I should probably fix that. Here we go. Yeah, hang on, I'm gonna have to deal with something real quick. I'm not able to see too much with the mask on, so. Not for puff painting, anyway. But I don't have too many web lines to paint, so you guys won't be dealing with that point of view for too long. Since I am painting straight out of the bottle, the web lines are coming out thicker than before. So the mask could end up looking different from last time. Which I actually don't mind because I'm curious to see what it looks like with thicker webbing. It surprisingly looks very good. I'm just missing one more straight line and a few going across. Now, if the old webbing does start to peel again over time, I may just paint it straight out of the bottle so that I can match the new webbing. Because it might be a different result and not too consistent. Alright, you guys are close to seeing the final result. Just a sec. Okay. Kept you guys waiting long enough, so here it is. In just a few seconds. Alright. Here it is. The webbing that looks slightly thicker and shinier is the one I just finished applying. So as you can see, there's not a single web line missing now. Which is what I wanted, because last thing I want is an incomplete web net on the mask. So here's everything I did today. The mask, repainted the fingers on my TASM 2 suit, and did the gauntlets on my PS4 suit. Not bad. Nice guy get this all to dry at the same time. At maximum velocity. Give you guys 2 minutes before I close out the stream. So if you guys have anything you want to say or talk about. This is your chance. 2 minutes start now. Alright, this 2 minutes are almost up. You guys got 20 something seconds. Alright, that'll be a wrap up for today's stream. Thank you everyone for joining and take care.